Now from the state of Tamil Nadu, let's take you to the state of Bihar. CNN News 18's Arunima spoke to R.K. Singh, who is Union Minister and BJP candidates from Bihar's Arrah, about the upcoming big polls and who is in fact very confident of a clean sweep by the NDA in the state of Bihar. He also spoke about the INDIA bloc and Arvind Kejriwal's arrest as well. This is what he had to say. Take a look.
And welcome on this edition of Meet My Neta. We are joined by Power Minister R.K. Singh. Sir, बिहार की राजनीति से शुरू करते हैं. As far as national politics, Bihar politics is concerned, क्या पक रहा है? There's India front on the one side can be compared with खिचड़ी. खिचड़ी ज़्यादा तगड़ी पक रही है कि लिट्टी चोखा को सिकाई अच्छे से मिल रहा है. To use that analogy.
Yeah. You see that the khichdi actually doesn't work. And the latest example is Pappu Yadav. You know, he's filing his papers from Purnia today against the RJD candidate. It doesn't work. You see, this is actually a khichdi. That's an apt analogy, because there's no sort of common platform. If you talk about ideology, forget it. If you ask RJD what is your ideology, they will say there's a family first and family last. That's ideology. That is their ideology. So forget ideology. They don't even talk about ideology. They don't talk about their vision, what vision they have. The only thing is, somehow or the other get into power, but it is going to fail. I mean, they are going to flop badly because they're all discredited. RJD is discredited in Bihar. We talk, the Congress is discredited throughout the country, where the Congress doesn't have a leader. I mean, Sonia Gandhi, is not a popular mass leader. I mean, she can't command votes.
So you actually said RJD's ideology is only family. So I have to ask you this.
Yes.
This allegation that Lalu Prasad Yadav made, and then it just spread. All of you have said that you are Modi ka parivar. But do you think they are trying to create a resonance with the common voter by saying that the Prime Minister doesn't have a family? Why are you targeting us? Because all of us take care of our family. Will that work?
No, it won't work, because we are a different country. Here, in our culture, we venerate ascetics, those who leave everything and go out to serve the people or to serve God. We venerate them. We venerate sadhus. Those who leave their homes, whatever. Like we venerate Buddha, Bhagwan Buddha. We venerate Bhagwan Mahavir. That's us. That's our culture. So that's what the Prime Minister has done. He walked out. He said that I'm there to serve the country. I'm there to serve the Sangh. Imagine that.
So on the one hand is this jibe that you don't have a family,
but
and therefore you're targeting us.
But I don't know, we get sort of sidetracked, and we don't realize that we are being sidetracked. The question is not whether somebody's walked out of normal life to just dedicate himself to the country. The question is nepotism right? That is the question you should be asking, because what Lalu Prasad was defending was nepotism.
Right.
And the bright educated people should not fall for this.
So, but will Lalu Prasad Yadav not turn around and say that you've brought in Chirag Paswan back to the NDA? Is that not nepotism?
It's not because of nepotism. Because Chirag Paswan doesn't have anybody in the BJP. We brought back Chirag Paswan because the Paswan votes are with him.
Prime Minister has made it very clear that as far as corruption goes and corrupt people go, whatever they might say you're disrupting the level playing field. You might say that this is making ED, CBI, IT as arms of BJP. But the Prime Minister's message is clear: the corrupt will have to go to jail. But do you think the decision to arrest Arvind Kejriwal in Delhi just before Lok Sabha polls are starting, that would not backfire? Was there an understanding within the BJP that this will not backfire, that the Prime Minister's message will cut through to the people?
Again, you are mixing law and politics, which you should not do. Law is law. I mean, it doesn't matter whether somebody is a chief minister or whether somebody is a common man. The most common saying in law is that be you so whatsoever high, however high you may be in, you are still below the law. That's the point. It doesn't matter whether there's election or whether this will cost us votes or gain us votes. It is irrelevant. And that's the message which has to go out to which has gone out to the agencies, and that's the message which the agencies have got. That law is law. It doesn't matter. I mean, whether it is politically opportune or not, that is irrelevant. And that's what the additional Attorney General argued when Mr. Kejriwal made this plea before the Supreme Court, and he said that, just before the election. So that's precisely the argument which the additional Attorney General said, or additional Solicitor General said. That's irrelevant. What is relevant
But
is
the
law.
Bharatiya Janata Party doesn't think there'll be any sympathy vote for Kejriwal or Aam Aadmi Party?
What we think is irrelevant. We didn't tell ED that you go and arrest him. Yes, the assumption behind your question was that the BJP told him that you go and arrest him. No. That assumption is wrong. The ED didn't ask us, should we go and arrest Kejriwal. They decided that yes, we need to arrest Kejriwal. It's fine.
So I have to address the elephant in the room, which is the allegation from the opposition that BJP is using CBI, income tax and ED specifically to target the opposition and people who joined the BJP. They're using the phrase washing machine, that you get washed in the BJP washing machine, their cases go into the cold storage. Your take on it, and do you think this will have a resonance with the
You see, the investigating agencies are not independent, and they have to work under the court, right? They work under the supervision of the courts, and the independent agencies, just can't do anything which the government says. They have to have evidence. Otherwise, that case will be quashed. Anybody against whom there is a false FIR, he can go to the court, get his case quashed. Anybody who's arrested without solid grounds, he'll get bail the next day, right? So that's the law. So these agencies work under the law.